Hi guys, welcome back to my channel at Fitness. I'm Alex Teedra, and this is where I share my fitness journey with you and also share tips and tricks with you. So today I'm going to be talking about alcohol and the reasons why you are not losing weight. So today I'll be letting you know the amount of sugar that you are consuming when you do go to social gatherings and have a glass of whatever with your friends. So we'll be going over a bunch of different alcohols today. I'll be using my weight scale to show us how many grams of sugar are in each alcohol. And we'll be using a couple different cups for different measurements. So I have my shot glass here, my double shot glass, my wine glass, my champagne glass, and we'll just use a smaller glass for the mixed drinks and stuff. So we're gonna start with, So we're gonna start with shots. So you have your shots, which are 0 grams of sugar. Now, when you take a shot and you add it into a mixed drink, and you add your Coke, your cranberry juice, your Sprite, your Red Bull, that's when we start getting into a lot of sugar consumption. So you had your shot, you poured it in, and now the bartender at the club that you're at is going to add your Red Bull. So right now my weight scale is on grams, and let's say that the Red Bull is a small can and they usually add about half of a can. I would know, I'm an expert. When I'm consuming 1 vodka Red Bull, this is how much sugar I am ingesting. So if you can see here, this is what's in your vodka Red Bull. And this is only where it begins. And let's say you go to the bar now, and now you want a vodka cran. You just added 2 more grams of sugar, getting your vodka cran now. So now you've had your 13 grams of sugar and then your 15 grams of sugar with your next drink, making 30 grams of sugar altogether. And you can see it here, 15 grams of sugar. Now, your night's starting to get poppin', and you go back to the bar because now you want a Sprite vodka. Well, now you are at 16.5 grams of sugar. 16.5 grams of sugar. Now, last call, bar is closing, and you want that one last drink to get you home, and now you want your rum and Coke. So again, the bartender will probably use half of a small can. A full can of Coke is actually 40 grams of sugar, but if you're just using half the can with your rum and Coke, then you are at 20 grams of sugar. 20 grams of sugar now that you are ingesting. So you started with your Red Bull at 13 grams, you went for your cranberry juice at 15 grams, your Sprite for 16.5 grams, and then your Coke to end off the night at 20 grams. You've just ingested, I can't do math, around 65 grams of sugar in that night. So with those 4 drinks, you've ingested 65 grams of sugar altogether throughout your whole night. Looking like this in 1 glass. Alright, so now you're on vacation and you want to let loose a bit, and so you're gonna order a couple cocktails. Don't mean no disrespect, but thoughts of you rule my world. I even dream of you, I swear. Visions of you and I. Usually a little bit bigger than your standard mixed drink cup. Alright, so the first thing you order when you're at the Tiki Hut in Mexico is a mojito. So right there is 11 grams of sugar. 11 grams of sugar. Now you're chilling at the pool bar and you want to go get another cocktail, and this one would be a Long Island iced tea. So a Long Island iced tea by itself is 19 grams of sugar. As you can see, 19 grams of sugar for just a Long Island iced tea. And we add 1 more gram for your third drink, which is your margarita. And to finish off the night, you get an espresso martini because you need a little pick-me-up before the club. And that is actually 18 grams of sugar. So we put a little bit back. So each cocktail starts around maybe 10 grams of sugar and can go up to like 20 grams of sugar or more, depending on how big the glass is. Tonight, you've had 4 drinks. Again, I suck at math, and it's added up to around 60 or 70 grams of sugar in those 4 drinks that you've had. So tonight at the Tiki Hut, you have had 70 grams of sugar in those 4 drinks, and that is how much is here in this cup. And you can see here, 70 grams of sugar. All right, and next we move on to ciders. See you all around my way. Been needing to say hi, but I'm just way too shy. So you're at a house party maybe, and you want to have a cider instead of a beer, or a cider instead of like a hard mixed drink. So not too big, and they pack a lot of sugar in them for the sweetness that you get from a cider. So ciders can go from 12 grams of sugar all the way up to 20 grams of sugar, depending on the brand. So right there is 12 grams. And they can go up to 20 grams. And this is just in one cider. So you have 2, 3, 4 in a night. You're drinking quite a lot of sugar. Now you're at brunch with your friends, and you know it's Sunday, you're chilling, you want to have a glass of champagne. I gotta make you see this is more than just a sip. So here's our little champagne glass here, and depending on how sweet it is, the more sugar will be in it. So your champagnes can start at about half a gram of sugar, so something like this. And again, depending on the sweetness, can go up to 8 grams of sugar. So when you're drinking this, you're also consuming this much sugar. And if you're having a bottle with your friend, that can add up pretty fast. Next, you have your liqueurs. So these kind of liqueurs that you're adding to your drinks can also be up to 20 grams in sugar. And that's per 100 grams, so that's 1/4 of the drink is just sugar. So 20 grams right there if you're adding it to your drink. So next we have beer. Which actually doesn't have any sugar in it at all, but again, it's an alcohol, not good for you. And it's made of like malt, yeast, water, and one other thing I'm just forgetting right now, hops. So just has natural fermented sugars, but no added sugars. And then you have your slushy drinks, and these are killer. These are your daiquiris, Pina Coladas. You're still in the Mexico Tiki Hut, and you're wanting to get one of these big sugary drinks. These are the worst. They usually do come in a bigger glass, but these can be up to 30 grams of sugar. So here you have 30 grams of sugar. And you're in Mexico when you want 2 Pina Coladas by the pool to double fist your way through the day. That is 60 grams of sugar right there in 2 drinks. So 60 grams right there, basically 1/4 of the cup. And I'm saving the best for last, which is wine. Wine is my favorite. And we'll start with red wine, which is 1 gram of sugar. So 1 gram of sugar, fairly small in comparison to the rest. And then you have your white wine, which is usually around 1.5 grams. But again, think about this in the size of your wine glass. So usually you're at a restaurant and they'll ask if you want a 6 or a 9 ounce. So this is only for 6 ounces. So say you're sharing a bottle or you get 2 6 ounces, you're now consuming more sugar. For every single glass of white wine that you have. And the killer in wines is dessert wine, so any port, really sweet wines. And think about it again in a small wine glass, so around 6 ounces, there's 10 grams of sugar in a dessert wine. Cheers to that. So no matter what kind of alcohol you're drinking, you are consuming sugar. It is a poison. If you have a really extreme kind of weight loss goal in mind, then maybe stay away from wine. If you are drinking, then just drink smart. If you're on vacation, you know what, live your life, but just be mindful of how much sugar that you are consuming, because it is crazy. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was informative, and I will see you soon.